When we last left our heroes, they were lost in a strange nexus of tower universes, where a demon train went completely off the rails, throwing them somehow back into the real world.
Look out, Carlos, we're safe. But where did the train throw us?
No idea, young friend. I'm just glad we got off before things got silly.
At least the story's author didn't become a character or something.
Holy postmodern farts, Dingleboy. That sounds like a pile of scat. What, Dingleboy, I'm unfamiliar with that colloquial term.
The train threw us back home. This is Sternum and Vine, and that's the Scat Jazz Club.
And I see a familiar hat on a man in black. And so, after a hefty cover charge, our heroes followed the man in black with his hat in the Scat Club.
That was my tire melting money, Hot Carlos.
Well, I'm sure the refreshments will be reasonably priced.
I see Gooseman.
Halt, fiend! I'll just get you here and...
Hot Carlos, that's not him.
No, my name is Stanley Garvers, and I'm a professional Sydney Greenstreet impersonator, you see, sent to distract you.
Oh, that's uncanny. You're probably booked non-stop.
Yes, and I also sound a lot like Mr. Gooseman, so it works out well. Now, if you'll just look over there, please.
What's over there, foul fiend?
Well, it will help if you were looking over there in the opposite direction for my tube sock filled with marbles.
When Hot Carlos awoke, he found himself tied to a chair with no sign of Dingleboy. Hello? Anybody? Dingleboy! Foul fiend!
Shut up in there!
This chair is not offering full lumbar support.
Bullshit, Hot Carlos. You see that little lever there?
Yeah. What does that do?
I designed that myself, and it releases a little felt cushion.
Okay, I can still kind of wedge it down here. Oh, that's heaven.
Yeah, isn't it? Now shut up!
Here he is. Hot Carlos, you have interrupted my employer's operations for the last time. You and your little friend are being written out of the picture. Ah, so you've got him as well. Don't worry about that. With you gone, we'll be the only power left in Old Warehouse in City Vilberg. The first thing we're gonna do is change the name to something shorter.
No!
You'll never stop us. This is the final episode, and before I kill you, I want you to know the Big Goose will release the Sluice Deuce at midnight. But just as the thug raises his pistol, police smash in the door.
Freeze, 2-bit thug!
And Hot Carlos is sent sprawling to the floor. That third cushion is fantastic.
Fly, Hot Carlos, fly! Drop a steaming load of justice on a bad community chest.
Hey, Hot Carlos. He's coming round. Hot Carlos, we're questioning your friend here. Thanks, Lieutenant Schweez. Was there any sign of my young companion?
Hey, you want to turn on that radio?
No sign of him. Just a couple of thugs in an abandoned Mercedes. We're analyzing the tire marks. What has Gooseman done with Dingleboy, you $1.50 gangland flotsam?
Gooseman? I never heard of him.
We don't have the bandwidth for this. If you don't talk, I'm gonna start singing songs in broken Japanese again.
No, anything but that. Okay, Gooseman is gonna release a vat of rancid crab into the town's only source of fresh water.
My God, we use that water to make our whiskey.
Yeah, and he's gonna do it at midnight.
It sounds legitimate, Lieutenant Schweez, but why does a bottom barrel thug like this know the boss's plans?
'Cause I snoop on his base, Hot Carl.
That's Hot Carlos.
You snoop on his base?
That's right, all the time. He caught me doing it.
He caught you?
Yeah. I thought he was gonna kill me, but instead we sat down and had a conversation. He explained that it's unfair that I should get to snoop on his base and he never gets to snoop on my base.
I see.
Oh, jeez, it's not this again. So we decided it'd be more fair if sometimes he got to snoop on my base. And you know what? It wasn't as messy as I thought it would be.
You kind of turned around on it, huh?
Yeah. So now we kind of, snoop on each other's bases all the time. And so I always hear what's going on with his plans. And sometimes I need to bleach the sofa. That's enough, you foul and disgusting fiend. Don't you judge me, you cosplaying scat adjacent.
Yeah, he's been talking like that all day, Hot Carlos. Nobody can make heads or tails of it.
Lieutenant, we've analyzed the skid marks.
Looks like they took the bends over sternum, Lieutenant Schweez.
They must be going to Gooseman's estate. I can take you there in one of the old squad cars, Hot Carlos. I still can't get in. You have to wait, okay? You have to wait till I press the button. So now? Should I pull now? No! Yeah, traffic's always terrible this time of day, Hot Carlos. So did I tell you about my... Still no backstory.
Oh, imagine my delight. The return of Monsieur L'Homme Super.
Zip it up, French fried fiend. We need to know where your crooked employer has fled to.
Fled, but this is absurd. He is accepting the keys to the city as we speak, probably from your commissionaire.
Maybe better if I back out of this one, Hot Carlos. Listen up, sleeves. They've got my little friend. And you're going to parley beaucoup wee, huh?
But I tell you, look on his planner here on my phone, you see? Tuesday. Keys to City. Philanthropic Celebrity Curling Tournament. Release vat of poison and murderous plot of vengeance. Oh, zut alors.
I knew it! Listen up, Monsieur Shirt Guy. No matter how much you may want to fight, however much you feel the need to stand up and defend yourself and your honor...
I surrender! Here, you take my phone.
Oh, that was really quite easy. You know, a device like this could really organize my morning criminal stalking itinerary.
Well, you see, I help you here. You want the address of the evil tower? Or at the same time, you play the music for this.
And so, Hot Carlos borrowed one of Guzman's cars and drove to the old reservoir district on the hill. The tourist maps called it the Tower on the Bay, but it was known to locals by a far cruder moniker. Hey, a space! And right by the dead man's dick! What luck! Oh! Just then, our hero's windpipe is crushed by a strong tattooed arm.
Caught in my web now.
Swift kick! Whoa! How does the floor taste, Spider?
Hot Carlos,
You've bested me again with that low kick backflip combo. Too much upper body strength, old nemesis. It left you vulnerable to the takedown.
Well, I'll never talk.
You will, and you'll do it with Guzman now. Here, take this phone. Why do you want me to call him on that phone? Then he'll think it's not me.
Spider.
Call Guzman, you foul fiend.
All right. I look for it in my contacts.
Here we go.
Sleeves, we're getting dangerously low on my tactical field wipes.
Sir, it's not
Bring 2 packages, you hear me? 2 at the very least, and another set of those evil monocles I love so dearly. Do you hear?
Sir, it's not sleeves, it's Spider.
Spider?
And Hot Carlos. I dropped a deuce Boston crab on his chest, and I'm coming for you, Guzman. Where is Dingle Boy?
You'll never know, will you, Hot Carlos? Not even if you set him up for a cliched rejoinder.
Dingle Boy is tougher than he looks, Guzman. You could dangle jewels above him all day, but he would never crack.
I never did, Hot Carlos, even though he promised to shower me with tinkling gold.
Oh dear.
There he is. You'd better not harm a hair on his head, you foul goose-sploiter.
Goose-sploiter? You're not even babbling in English anymore. I think that trip to the other universe may have loosened your cans, you know what I'm saying?
Hot Carlos, I just want to emphasize, Guzman personally offered very long and satisfying golden showers of...
Why is this still on? You, take him over there. Hot Carlos, goodbye. And bring those tactical wipes.
All right, fiend. I know what to do. My little friend gave me a message in code there, even though you assumed it was something foul. By the way, what is wrong with you, Spider?
Dirty Spider.
Do you still have that junior science and chemistry set? The one you used back when we trained in Kung Fu at the Kung Fu Symposium.
It's in my car, but you'll never get it from Spider.
Can you hurry up? It's just, they might be torturing my friend is all.
I'm sorry, I can't find the right key.
So, you drive a Prius now. And with something heavy in his pocket, Hot Carlos arrives at the highest level of the tower, where Guzman stands on steel catwalks above the town's water supply.
Hands off those vats of rancid crustacean sluice, you cheap excuses for apes!
Hot Carlos! Did you bring the extra wipes this time?
Well, don't just babble and preen, kill him!
Ugh, my gun has crab in it.
That crab smells like shit.
Your goose is cooked, Juan Pierre. You'll never release the sluice deuce on this town. And we like the name. It reminds us that whether we come from Old Warehouseton or the newly incorporated Cityville and its associated burg, we're all one happily zoned commercial and partially residential district now.
Shoot him!
Watch out, Hot Carlos!
No need, my young friend. And Hot Carlos whips out 2 powerful magnets and points them right at Guzman. Your gold is of no use now, foul fiend.
But what?
I think he took you literally, boss.
Well, pistol whip him then. And do get a few good shots in at his kidneys as you will, my good man.
And so Hot Carlos finds himself reunited with Dingle Boy, tied together and overlooking the reservoir as Guzman prepares to lower the vats of rancid crab. I thought that was code, Dingle Boy.
No, Hot Carlos, I didn't quite understand myself. I don't see any gold around here.
Well, we shan't be stopped now, shall we? Not even by the police fellow. What was his name again?
No idea.
Yes, well, it is unimportant, clearly, yes. Why, Hot Carlos? Why do you persist? Even if you took me down, crime would never halt in Old Warehouseton City, Villeberg. No, your efforts to put a single drop of cleanser in the wide, filthy, bare chest of society's... Well, I seem to have lost my metaphor there, I'm sorry, but my larger point remains. Why will you not cease your Sisyphean and off and out of tune attempts to impose a smiling face on this steaming crap sandwich of a world.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gooseman. I was listening to my favorite record on this amazing phone device. Sounds better on my cassette tapes, Hot Carlos.
You mean that iPhone you pilfered from sleeves? For goodness sakes, why have I not shot both of you? Well, this is the end, dear Dingle Boy.
It looks like it really is, Hot Carlos.
I'm sorry, I never explained to you what it means to be a man.
And I'm sorry I made all your clothes and belongings smell like burnt galvanized.
That's it, Dingle Boy. Quick, while Gooseman is still in that daze thinking of puppies over there. Get your last tire jerky out. I could kick it over into the reservoir.
Are you sure, Hot Carlos? That took me 2 hours to make.
Just do it, my odd little friend.
And so Dingle Boy shimmies the sticks of teriyaki tire jerky out of his pocket, and Hot Carlos edges his foot towards them just as Gooseman is coming out of the end of his reverie, in which he remembered that puppies and kittens are indeed very adorable. Really, it's not a long-lasting action that I'm describing here. I assume they've completed it by now.
And now I will poison the city's only water supply. Right after I aim my firearm here. You see, there it is right there. Goodbye, Hot Carlos.
Well, Hot Carlos, it looks like we'll never know why everyone snickers and whispers when you say your name.
They do what now?
Wait, you really don't know? I find that hard to believe, a grown fellow like yourself.
No.
Well, you won't trick me. I'll not be delayed by your chicanery, do you see? Not even if I really would like to explain it to you.
Your bullets will have to wait, Mr. Widespan.
No, Hot Carlos. Well, he might have a glandular condition.
No, just a poor diet, you see. A lot of fish fried in olive oil, thick cheese. My right foot is more gouted out than you would believe, it really is.
Take your slice of humble calamari pie, criminal overlord.
Look out, Carlos! It's our friend, the squid!
Yes, my young friend. He's come to deus the machina out of Gooseman there.
Most unpleasant.
He won't last long, Hot Carlos. Hey, boss, I hope I don't come too late. It's me to save you. Spider. That's right. Spider.
Well, there's one more giant snack for squid kind.
If they survive the fall. Now quickly, let's attach the chains to those bats. When Lieutenant Shreeze arrived, the heroes were already giving a statement to the media.
All right, this one's for the giant squid. How large are you exactly? You can't translate that into feet for me? How about yards?
Hot Carlos, what happened here? It turns out Juan Pierre Gooseman was the biggest crook that old Warehouston City Vilberg has ever seen. And do you have any sort of documentation or proof or evidence? What's more, Lieutenant, he was a liar.
That's right, Hot Carlos. He tried to convince Hot Carlos and me that there's just something to jest and make light about with regards to his name.
What? You really have no idea? Hot Carl Cleveland Steamer? Nothing? Well, okay. Why don't you pull out that phone you got there and Oh, all right. That's right, just the searching. Here we go.
Oh! Lordy mama. What's he... Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what they've been laughing about, all right. Hey, Lieutenant, where do you want me to put this? Oh, you're watching this stuff again, huh?
Aunt Betsy's apple pie.
You'd think this would be less popular.